Alright, next up we have Regnant Station Assault out in the unknown regions. It's kind of the South Central Space mission right here. Click it. Once again, grade 7. Roll into theater. Let the game load real quick. We'll want to turn the shield mode on right away so that we can engage our pair of frigates that will roll in from the left of our screen shortly after we start here. So 6 minutes left on the mission. Here comes the frigates. So we'll get in close. Don't bother shooting at the small gun targets because they're soft, and you'll fire an EMP right here. Start laying missiles into the shield generators and the engines. And there goes the station. Sorry, the frigate. Alright, now we'll want to turn out. Drop a missile on each of those. Get south to avoid that running into that cargo crate right there. Second station down. Fly through the middle of the antenna right here. Unload a salvo of missiles and get a few blaster shots on it. And that'll take down the second satellite. Shields coming back up. Turn around and 3 missiles on this guy, and then some sustained blaster fire. He drops. Send the last missile over to take out the last engine on that frigate we damaged earlier. There's the station again. You'll want to drop 4 missiles and some blaster fire on him because we don't have too much screen time with him. 4 down. Corvette class. You'll want to stay above this and not run into it like I did, and just avoid this frigate. You don't need to do any damage to the Corvette right now. He'll come back. It's better to just let your shields come back up at this point by kicking it with hotkey 2 back to shield mode. Fly through the gap. They have a fixation with those formations. Alright, clear some trash. You'll want this for the bonus mission, so until you get in range of your primary objectives, go ahead and wail on it a little bit. Take some damage here, and launch a missile at that station communication antenna. Alright, got some shields back up, so I'm going to go ahead and wail on some of this trash. Try to make it easier for us later in the game. Drop the bombers out of play. Alright, key target once again, proton torpedo to the communication satellite. Then 4 and some loose change at the station. So, get some missiles in on those bombers, get them out of play, and basically ignore this frigate for now. He's out of range and we can't deal much damage to him. Alright, as we come back around here, I want to wail on the station a little bit, and go ahead and toggle your mission tracker off, because it'll get in the way here in a moment. You want to wail on these stations. 7 out of 8 down. Make sure you have full shields, and continue on. Alright, get some free pot shots on this. You want to shoot at the heavier targets on things, because the easier ones you can take out with an EMP later. Alright, command bridge is going to come into view. You want to grab it as soon as you can, hold the right trigger, and fire it off. And if we're lucky, we can get a second shot on it right now. No such luck. Doesn't always work that way. So now we're going to take on this frigate. Notice it doesn't do a very good job of shooting at us. So get some missiles in on the harder targets, and then use your blasters for all the guns, and there's an easy frigate kill once you take down the shield generator. Alright, here's our friend the Corvette again. Let our shields come back up. Turn the corner and he'll be in range. Go ahead and pop your jam so his shots get thrown off. Don't really need the jam for anything else in this mission, so we just go ahead and use it on this guy so we can get some blaster fire in on him. Use a few less missiles to take him down. Alright, kind of weave in and out of the crates. Top right corner here. Once again, we have a fixation for running the gauntlet, so a little right, little left. Alright. If you hadn't taken out the capital ship yet, which I haven't, this is why you need your missions down, so you can target straight through that. If you hadn't toggled off your missions, it would have deselected when you selected over a mission. But luckily we prepped for that, and this final station goes down. Alright, you can turn your mission progress back on. We've got 20 junk left and 1 frigate remaining. Alright, so take these bombers out, use a little bit of force to wipe them out. 1 missile each, and then wail on them with some blaster fire. Plenty of time to get your shields back. Got some trash in the top right corner. Kind of do a little spiral move so it... Oh, there's a frigate. We're going to unload on that, see if we can pick up our bonus. Alright, here's another opportunity at the capital ship, if you haven't done it already. Since we've already got that down, we'll just go ahead and clear this trash. Nice and easy. Alright, we'll come back around. Now, we'll have trash in play, which we need 5 more of, and we will have the frigate. So, go ahead and shoot down all the trash you need, and just launch missiles at the direction of the frigate. Make sure you pick up the harder targets first. Need be, go ahead and use your EMP blast on the frigate right there. Since I already had it killed, just clear some trash with it. Get a little top left corner action going on, and we are free and clear on the space mission Regnant Station Assault.